Welcome to McKinley Live, Real People, Real Stories. Today we will be talking about the significance of Black History Month and how it has affected McKinley as a whole. Here at McKinley, we practice our human principles to activate equality and diversity within our workplace. Our goal is to impact society by leading through example in these characteristics. Our special guests today will share their perspectives within the civil rights movements. We want to reflect back on this impactful time in history and how we as individuals can set the pace for diversity, inclusion, and equity in all environments as we have influence. Today, we will also be sharing with you about our McKinley Toys and Joys holiday season and how your contributions made 2020 holiday season so memorable for all the children that we serve here at McKinley. Welcome to McKinley Live, Real People, Real Stories. Oh my goodness, guys, I am so excited to have back in the studio Bria Mason. She is our diversity and inclusion liaison here at McKinley. And today, because we are highlighting the month of Black History, we would like to hear from Bria and part of her life history and what the civil rights movement has meant to her personally. And then we also are going to hear about how things are coming along in her work here at McKinley and how the process is moving forward. So without further ado, Bria, thank you again for carving time to be with us. And I want to start off by asking you, as you reflect upon your life, what is there that inspired you as part of the civil rights movement and how it has impacted who you are today?
Thank you so much for the introduction, Grace, and for asking. I would say it's from my education and from the schooling that I've received. I think that personally, growing up as a minority individual and belonging to several minority groups, I've experienced outright inequities. And I think it's just the teachers that led me along the way, and really it showed me the path of something different and a life that could be more equitable, that really has inspired me, and it's really resonated with me, especially in some of the DE&I work I'm doing with McKinley.
I love that. I love that. One of the things that we've been talking about, Bria, is, having a voice, having an opinion, being able to really find that value and the significance of that voice. What would you say has been your process in cultivating that voice? And secondly, how could we help others to feel like their voices and their opinions can be heard?
I think that the significance of my voice is just as important as anyone's. So I hope people kind of remember that when it comes to balancing out inequities. I think that it's important to know that your voice is powerful and that it matters. And the process that I would recommend people go through is maybe to start off small and to start within safe spaces. I think when you start off small and you have those little wins, you gain momentum and you learn to use your voice on a broader scale.
So wise. Oh, you are so wise. Now, the last time we had Bria here in the studio, she was pretty new. I think she had only been here a few months. And we are coming up quickly on her 1-year anniversary as that is approaching. And I would like to ask you, Bria, how is the process going? What is the progression since you got here and your way that you've been kind of getting to know the agency and the different departments? Would you be willing to share with our audience how that's coming along?
Sure. As I had mentioned in the previous interview, it's really important to listen to the needs of the organization and to do so carefully. So I've been meeting with various departments and staff members individually within McKinley to really hear them out, hear where we could be improving when it comes to DE&I. And from there, I've put together a 90-day plan where I'll begin implementing some of the initiatives that will help to serve better and benefit all of our departments.
I love it. Oh, it's so exciting. And I've had the privilege of being in some of those meetings with Bria and the different departments. And I've got to tell you, there's a saying that transformation takes place when you have meaningful connection. And that's not so easy to do in an agency that is large like ours. I think we are just over 300 employees, but these meetings are being so meaningful and where people can be authentic, which is not typical in the workplace. I think in the past, people would believe that, you don't talk about that at your work because maybe it wasn't safe or maybe there could be some judgment that would come with that. But I know that what Bria's doing and how she's doing it within here, our staff members, it's being very well received, and I'm encouraged by that. I do have to ask you, have there been any encounters that you've had that maybe you've had to adjust your process?
Absolutely. I think that when it comes to DE&I work in general, listening to the needs of the individuals is always the first step. But after that,